happened. So welcome back to my channel, everybody. As you can tell from the kaboom that just happened in the intro, I am bringing you a book haul. I haven't done one of these in a while because I've been on like a book buying hiatus lately, because I have too many books that I have to read that I still haven't read, and now I have to go hunt down the books that I've just like dropped everywhere. So yeah, I have been buying a lot of horror and thriller books lately, mostly because YouTube and Instagram made me buy them. So that's what this video is going to be today. There's 3 books over here that I need to grab at the moment. Oh, 4 books. You know, I may look put together right now, but I am far from it. Alright, so let's get into this. I have about 15 books here that I have picked up in the last couple months that I haven't talked about. Some of these books you have seen me talk about, but I wanted to still include these in this spooky dooky book haul. I don't really know. It's just a lot of horror books. I think there's just like there's literally one romance book, and it's a paranormal romance book, so that's the kind of vibe that I've been in lately. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. First book I picked up is The Shining, and this is by Stephen King. I've seen the movie before. I've heard good things about this. I've heard that this is one of his better ones, about a haunted hotel where a family goes and stays and stuff starts happening to them. So I heard really good things about it, and I keep hearing it, and I keep seeing it all over the place, especially right now, obviously, since if you know it's Halloween time. So I just wanted to go ahead and pick it up. Another book that I've been seeing everywhere is In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. And I've heard that this is a really, really good, this is a 6 friends going back to a college reunion. One of them, they had another friend that was murdered, and so they're still trying to solve the murder. And I heard that this is a really good thriller, really good twists, really good turns, all that kind of stuff. But it is also pretty funny too. So I'm excited to hear this, I'm excited to read this, because a lot of the BookTube people that I watch and a lot of the people on Instagram have said nothing but really good things about this. Goodreads has a lot of good reviews, so I'm really excited to get into it. So we'll be reading that soon. Another book that I picked up the other day, just browsing at Barnes & Noble, is 14 Ways to Die by Vincent Ralph. And all I know is that this is a YA, and that there's 1 killer, 13 victims, 1 million views. So I know that it is about social media and somebody getting murdered on social media, and we're trying to figure out who the killer is. So there's that one. And then I lied. There are 3 romance books on this. So I'll go ahead and talk about the romance books to get those out of the way right quick. So the first book that I have is The Big Bad Wolf, and I have had this on my radar for a really long time. This is about a werewolf and him getting to find love, and the tagline says, "They call him a monster, more wolf than man, more dangerous than any predator. They have no idea." And his name is Joe, and evidently he has a lot of blood on his hands. Obviously he's a wolf, and there's a lawyer and a psychologist, Nia, that knows that Joe is guilty. So there we go. I'm filming a video. I'll be down in like 5 minutes. So I have Sorry, or Say You're Sorry by Karen Rose. Then I have Say No More by Karen Rose, and I already read this book, and this was really, really fun. This was a really good read. It was about a girl named Daisy who is in an NAA because she is an alcoholic, and she has a friend, and they're obviously she has a friend, but then there is also a serial killer on the loose, and he carved Sydney and all of his victims. So somehow Daisy and this guy named, what is his name? Agent Gideon Reynolds, they get together and they try to solve the murder because the serial killer actually tries to take Daisy on the street. So it was really, really fast paced. It was a fun read, and I obviously had to pick up the second book in the series, which is Say No More by Karen Rose, obviously. And this is just talking about another character in the first book. I'm not going to tell you who because it'll spoil it for you, but it's about another side character in the first book, and it's about another serial killer too. So super excited about that. Then I just picked up this book today. It's called Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. And it's a paranormal romance, or not romance, sorry, it's a paranormal book, and my best friend said that I had to read it. So there you go. That's why I picked that up. And then I picked up Force of Nature by Jane Harper. I've heard nothing but really good things about this book too. This is about all I know is about 5 colleagues who are forced to go on this like business trip in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the woods, and evidently crazy things start happening, and that's all I really want to know about it. These type of books I want to go in knowing nothing because I want to see, like, you know what I mean? I just don't want to know a lot going into those books. Kind of like the next one that I picked up, The Silent Girls. All I know is about Frank Rath, and he's done with murder. He turns in his detective badge, and then there are more murders going around, and girls start coming up missing, and that's all I really want to know about going into this book. I've never heard of this book before, honestly, but I saw it, and I was like, ooh, this sounds really good. And I've been wanting to read some more detective-based thrillers lately. Next book I have is The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward, and this is the book troop pick for November. That's why I picked it up. Again, I don't really know a bunch about this. I just know it's a horror book, and there's a weird house and a cat and a dad and a girl, and nobody really knows what's going on with them, and that's all I want to know about it. So there's that. And then I picked up Hunted and Kill Creek. So Hunted is by Darcy Coates. You should have already seen my video where I read these 2 books, so I'm not going to talk about them a lot. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up either below, or I'll link it in the cards, or I'll link it down below so you can go watch that video so you can hear my full thoughts. But Hunted is a survival story in the woods. It's a horror book. Kill Creek is about 4 authors who go to this supposedly super haunted house, and it's on Halloween, so it's a fun read too. The next 3 books I have, I picked up on a whim. I don't really know much about them. The Butterfly House, I've heard that this is a mystery. It's more of a mystery than a thriller, but I've heard really good things about it, and it's about medical centers and crazy things going on in medical centers, so there's that. Then this is a book that obviously you've probably heard of, Night Film. I've never read it before, but it has multimedia in it, and I just thought that was really cool. It is, I really don't know what it's about. I just know that it is I think it's a serial killer thriller, maybe? Okay, so there's a journalist. Somebody's death is ruled suicide, so they want to find out what happened to Ashley, so it's about a murder. So there's that, but I like books that have multimedia in them. I think that they're really interesting, and this book has mixed reviews, but I'm still excited to hear about it. And then I picked up Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell, and this is about somebody that comes up missing, and it is a mystery thriller. So those are the kind of like fall-y, spooky books that I've picked up lately. I've really been into like I said, a lot of thrillers, a lot of horror books, a lot of paranormal romance things going on. I've just been really into that kind of mood lately, and I just wanted to pick some more books up and share them with you. So those are the books that I have picked up, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was short and sweet, and I was kind of like flying through, but we gotta go to pick up our baby, and we gotta go to dinner and a movie tonight because it's date night, and we haven't had one of those in a while. But yeah, so those are the books that I picked up lately Let me know in the comments what you have picked up lately. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you have a great day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave.